So Hathbanger and our guy Bunzy, these guys are building something really cool. They've been teasing me with it, but I'll let them talk about it. Hathbanger, you ready to come up? Let's do it. Let's bring them up. What's up, bud?
What
How's
you
Ryan
doing?
down there, dude?
Yeah, I was like, should he see that? And we started laughing because what you were talking about wasn't funny, and you're like, no, I was like, he is watching this. What's up, dudes? What's good,
man? You've been building, man. You're nonstop building, like constant. Whether it's like for a project that you're kind of partnering with or your own special thing. Do you ever take time off and go snowboarding and stuff, or no?
I did go skiing a couple weekends ago, but it was the only time I went skiing. I used to be a professional skier.
Okay.
Yeah, and last year was the first year was the first year that I didn't go skiing, ever in like a winter. But in my defense, I was living in Mexico, so I was surfing. So it's fucking, cool.
Same. But
dude, you guys want to hear? You guys want to hear the sauce?
Yeah,
can
let's
I
do it.
Private? Can I send it to private chat?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. Because it's a preview, but don't show it
for Bunzy, or do you want?
He's on his way. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't show it. But I want you to hear it, dude. It is fucking sick.
Okay, so this is a music file that lives on Bitcoin?
Not a music file. It's you'll see.
Okay.
Oh, so dope, boys. My God.
Yes. So you guys are building something really cool, right? On Bitcoin, right? Is that kind of the gist of it?
100%, yeah. What I'm gonna send you is a fractal link. It's a preview. We have a bunch of tracks on here. So 4 out of the 5 tracks, every time you click them, they regenerate themselves. The one in the middle, Bitcoin Party Boy, is an arrangement and it bangs. So you should listen to it. Can you guys listen to it right now?
I can play it. I can listen to it, but like I won't be able to hear you.
Oh, that's fine, dude.
I mean, like, okay. So I just started playing the top one, and like it just comes in like super clean and just gave me an energy like drink in my body.
That shit's 100% on chain. The whole fucking thing. The Explorer, the visualizer, you literally can come there with an inscription ID and put it in there, and it'll load a beat block up depending on the template and the arrangement. If there is an arrangement, it'll play it back the same way every time. But if it's just a template, every time you play it, it'll play a different version of it. It's fucking nuts.
That's awesome. So, but before before we continue, let's get the audience caught up here a bit. So, which one of you want to kind of describe what we're talking about to the audience? It's up to you. You want to go Bunzy or Hath? It's up to you guys.
Hath, hit it.
What was it called?
It's called BeatBlocks.
Yeah, hit it, Hath.
You told me to hit it, babe. It's called BeatBlocks, and what it is it's a protocol for the world to take music and put it into Bitcoin easily, but also enable musicians to, as opposed to writing a song, the protocol allows you to write an idea, and then the protocol takes the JSON that you write, which is all these inscribed stems, everything's 100% on chain. And you feed the JSON into the BeatBlocks script, which is inscribed, and then it'll play back. And depending on the JSON, if it's been already arranged, then it'll play the arrangement every time. But if it's just as a template, then every time you press play, it'll play a different version of it. And then we usually take mixed stems, so they're not mastered. And then inside the inscription, we're literally mastering that song live. So like right when you're playing it back, it's being mastered in the NFT.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's kind of like, for the non-music writers, kind of what this means, or if you think about it like a big photo or something like that, music's super prohibitive to get on chain because of the file size, to get the high quality on. So we kind of broke it down and used the repetitive nature of music and inscribed the smallest pieces. The same way you have like an NFT collection, you inscribe just the glasses or something, and then you can repurpose that on all the different pieces. Now we're like, hey, like street drums, we have that trait, right? We have street drums, and then we have like fat drums and all these different types of loops. And then through the JSON, we're piecing this together and grabbing and arranging these different styles of music. So now what's interesting is like when writing music in this approach, artists have a whole new thing in their discography now. You can go write a single, you can go write a mixtape, an album. Now you can go write a generative piece. You can write a bunch of music in the same key and the same tempo, inscribe it, and then give your fans and collectors a unique version. They cannot just collect their vinyl now and put that on the wall. Now they can have their own version. And another cool thing you can do with this is people then can collect two and then burn both of those and pick what stems they want and make their own remix. So now it's like an interactive way of just a creative, different approach, because music has been on chain. You can get file types on chain. Don't get it twisted. But like you have to sacrifice the quality just to get the file on chain, to get the provenance. Like if you've listened to some music that has been on chain, like even Skrilla jokes around, like he has inscription number 972 is Skrilla's. He inscribed some music. And actually the protocol is all children of that inscription. So some cool stuff for the nerds out there. But the quality of the song is just not that high. The same when you get a high quality photo and you want to put that on chain, you got to like dither it down, squish it, compress it. But now with another interesting thing that we found with a .opus file that is a audio codex, we're getting high quality music on Bitcoin. And this is just the beginning, right? Like this is why we're releasing as a protocol, is like we're building explorers, and the goal is to effectively have Spotify meets Napster back on Bitcoin. We're like, there's peer-to-peer listening to music, no ad walls, no DMCAs. You can't take it down. It's there forever. You can share music in a way that we don't need some record labels or Spotify. Now it's like, hey, dude, I'm going to remix Taylor Swift, put it on BeatBlocks. Go ahead, try to take it down. You're going to get everyone to take their node down. Good luck. And now like we are here to massively disrupt the music industry in the long term, because we come from the music industry. That's our background. Is like most people don't know this about Hath and I, but we met over 10 years ago, kind of aging ourselves, but on tour.
Yeah, right. I remember when I was in Mexico, and I just like went on and on about our backstory.
Yeah,
you guys remember that?
You guys toured. Y'all met on a tour.
Yeah. So I opened up for Hath and his group at the time, and we were in a van, just like doing the musician thing. Similar to most people in this industry, like self-made, like we're out here trying to get, and it's a hard career. So then we both got into software indirectly to kind of pay the bills. And then we met back, and and then I was like, we were actually in Mexico. I was like, let's do this. He's like, I don't know if it's gonna work, man. And then we got it to fucking work. And like it's really, really cool. What comes next is like, because just like the same way people got really excited about file types, fungible tokens, like this is a very underexplored medium that we use the word culture and all this shit all the time, but like music has like moved generations and have caused like huge movements, and it's just a medium that we feel is vastly underexplored, the same way like video is. Like video hasn't really made its way to ordinals yet due to its file type, but we'll get there someday, somehow through different creative ways. But we've met audio is a bit smaller, so we've gotten there, and that's what we're really excited about, is like this high quality different approach. And yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
So let me ask you, I want to make sure I got my head wrapped around this correctly. It seems like you guys have you started off by creating like a audio library, right, of different sounds and stuff like that. You inscribe those. Nope, I'm already wrong. Okay, no. And then
it's not we're not giving anyone sounds. We give them the tools to take their sound and put it into Bitcoin.
Gotcha. Does that get added to a library or no?
Yeah. Okay. So I think I can help.
And then you use recursion to be able to piece that together. right?
You could,
Okay.
but like right now with that Explorer that you're looking at, that uses recursion to source tracks from the chain. So it goes and it pulls in beat blocks. I think there's 5 in there, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, if you
right,
want to share your screen and show it, that'd be sick.
yeah, you
I can
may as
show it.
well. Yeah,
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 let's
show
make
it.
Debut,
Bro, have you listened?
Do you have the audio on?
Yeah, I got the audio right now. Yeah,
it does that.
Dude, play Bitcoin Party Boy.
Yeah, play it. That should be.
My
you ready?
God, bro.
Is this the first time ever it's been played?
Yeah, this will be
Okay,
debut.
All right,
Yeah,
here it
yeah.
is, the premiere.
Debut. You hear it?
Yeah.
Yup.
I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing glasses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging right, smoking sacks up in accent sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking my kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start something. Bucking and bucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. Coming out just me and my crew, cause all we wanna do is
Yeah, so like, and then you could refresh it and see another interesting part here is the visualizer. Is a little bit of backstory there is if you're familiar with the Winamp kind of nostalgic player that we all know and love, it's an open source player that uses something called milk drop, and then there's a library in there called Butter Churn, which is an open source library that we inscribed that's available to anyone that wants to do audio visual stuff. And kind of getting back to what you were saying earlier, like how it's all working is like, I think for people, they understand the P5 library, right? They're like, okay, the P5 library allowed people to do generative visual stuff. Yep. We've inscribed similar things like a Opus decoder, which allows people to inscribe in a file type like Opus and have browsers that don't support it play it back. So we've inscribed tools such like that there's just code libraries, think P5, and then audio goes in, and you're able to recursively hit these scripts to be able to play your music back in a generative way, a fixed way, and again, a little bit more detailed and nerdy stuff, but like the Opus file is another very strong codex that made this as good as it is because it's 40% smaller than MP3 off the bat. And one thing that's happening here is we're looping these audio stems and we're doing a lot of them. Like say there's drums, vocals, guitar, bass, amp, effects, et cetera, et cetera. And the more you start getting those in the browser, when it starts playing, and if one of those loops is like a millisecond or two off, and then it starts adding, it starts phasing, and you don't know why, but it won't sound good. But that's what happens with MP3 files. Like that's why they're just not meant for that. But Opus is actually, I wouldn't be surprised with what we're using on this voice call. Like Discord uses it, Zoom uses it. It's no latency, very high fidelity, very quick. Yeah. So with Opus, you put all these tracks together and they're seamlessly playing back. And with MP3, that's just not possible. And like, forget about WAV files because that file size is just massive. So like, it took like so much trial and error, different file types, different decoders, different this, but like we found this recipe that's like a very cool way to get music at a, doesn't sound like it's coming out of a potato. It's actually at a higher quality than what you listen to on Spotify at times, because Spotify dithers it down to 128 kilobytes at an AAC format. And like the world that we want to be a part of, and like why we got, involved in this is like permissionless. And like every time Spotify is cool and it's convenient, but it is not the end all be all for music, because the distribution, I don't want to get really on this rant, but like it really doesn't favor the up and coming artists. It doesn't favor the small artists. It favors people already big, and they put them in these playlists and they just circulate the same cookie cutter bullshit. And those are the people even making the streaming money. And the small artists that's trying to get released, they're just not, you can't find them. The discoverability is horrible. So we really want to empower you know, up and coming artists to find new means of distribution. And now what this means is like, say a new artist has those 1,000 loyal fans that really fuck with them, that want to put them on. I don't know if you guys are anything like me, but when I find an artist, I'm like, oh shit, like it's underground. I don't want to like really share them. But say now, because you know, it's like, that's my shit. I don't know, man. But now, say I collect some of his collectibles. I have some of it. Now I'm like incentivized to promote his music, because if he blows up, now I'm like, dude,
the value goes up.
Yeah, I have his Genesis mixtape, dog. Like, this is the subconscious thing that, like, the flywheel ecosystem that we hate to bring economics into music and all of this shit, but like, these artists need to make a living and they need to survive. And now they have a new way of making money in between merch and streaming. It's like making these collectibles, and those are the artists we want to support and help, because if you make good music and you have distribution problems, this is a great way to like incentivize and build an economic model around your music career, because now you don't have to sell it to a label. You can be like, hey guys, I'm doing this release, all the funds are going to my music video, bro. It's on. Like, this is the future that we want to help cultivate.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. I love every bit of it. I do have a question though, because like, you know, it sounds like could be this new way to compose music through this, right? Through JSON as well, right? So my question is for this. This is my question. I think the people that have minds like you guys that can, you know, cross over from, you know, the creative music side to software engineering and stuff like that, this is going to be amazing for that part. But is there a plan to maybe even like dumb that down even more to make it more easy for the music artist, not to worry about JSON code or anything, just more composable? Do you guys have plans for that?
That's a funny thing you say that, because we made the BeatBlocks Studio. The BeatBlocks Studio is a visual representation of exactly what's going on. It makes it much easier for anyone to understand. And when you go to the BeatBlocks Studio, which is not out yet, but it will be. Wait, pull it up. No,
that's not it. But that is a good representation of just the generative people.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I send you a picture and will you show it?
Yeah, sure. You put
leaking all the sauce, bro.
Make sure you guys are okay with this. Like, this is live.
No. So like, this is the other part about all this shit, dude. Is it's so fucking cool. This is like, and someone could come and hate on me, and I'm gonna laugh in their face, because I mean, being someone who makes music, it never gets old to me to like listen to music that I've written, like, because it's changing all the time. How do I send a photo?
Do we have a Telegram with you guys? Maybe send it there.
You can just share your screen.
Okay, but the URL's in it. I don't want people to go to it.
Press F11. If you press F11, it should hide the URL.
I don't have an F key. I feel like. What is that?
He just has one button that just says ship. He just presses that button.
Like the Jetsons. Like the Jetsons.
Hit me on TG real quick, because I want to show the people this shit. It's like,
I got you.
So what this will do. So you'll be able to go and write your music in whatever DAW that you normally use, however you make your music already. So then you can go to our documentation on the website and see, you know, the spec and see how the software works. So
you can show this, right? You're sure?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here it is.
This right here is the studio, just like a studio that we made really quickly to make it easier for us to understand what was going on. So with a template, templates are split up into sections. And then go click that stem. Oh wait, you can't click on it. Hold on, I'm gonna send you another picture. Bro. Here's the stem view. You show up, like, let's say you record a track, and then the track has, let's say, like, I don't know, 10 stems on it. You know, drum, sample, synth, bass, effects, scratch. You know, and you would export those stems. And then you bring those stems to the studio, and then those stems will pop up right here. So then what you're able to do is you can assign the stems an alignment. So the stems can start at the beginning of a section. They can start at the center of a section. They can start at the center end, which means that whatever the stem length is, the start will be the time center minus the stem's duration. So it'll end at the center, and then we have end, which means that the stem will end at the end of the section. So then we have the ability to also loop. So you can loop specific things like a crash, like a you don't want to loop that, right? But we need that in certain parts of the song to create continuity and to make a good composition. So then we have this thing called mutex and a group. So a mutex allows you to assign a specific stem to a group. That means that when this is generating itself, it won't add multiple mutexes to the same section. So if we have a bass line, we do not want another bass line because it'll sound like terrible.
Double.
Right? Yeah. It'll sound terrible. Crash or a splash, right? And you could do multiple crashes, and so you might assign your crash to 2 different mutexes if you want to potentially have these crashes playing and rendering at the same time. And then we have this idea called groups, which is, as Skrilla was like, and you too, Bunzy, you're like, there's not enough variation. And I'm like, how are we going to do this? So then I came up with the idea of groups, which allows you to then effectively create your own choose your own adventure. So like, let's say you have 4 groups, and at the start of the generation, it'll pick one of the groups, one of the routes to go down. And then inside the group, you have all of the other randomization associated with stems that aren't in that group.
So a music person could look at that image and be kind of comfortable with it, because that's kind of similar to software they already use a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Are they able to inscribe and everything? That's the goal from there.
Yep. So then it'll be effectively push button where we inscribe all of your stems for you. We take all those inscription IDs and build your JSON for you, and then all of a sudden you inscribe the beat block and you made a beat block. And then we'll be able to then do a launch pad. So then artists can come, create the beat block. They'll have their own profile on the website, be able to make their songs, and then inscribe their NFT and launch whatever it is they want using all of our shit front to back.
Yep. Yeah. Imagine Kanye not doing a meme coin and just doing a generative piece. Like we have people like French Montana, we have like Ghostface. There's people that and others that are like actually highly interested. Somehow we got on their radar and they're like, dude, I want, because we've been in the, like we mentioned, like back when there's stuff like async and like, hey, I was talking to my buddy Andy. I was like, dude, let's put some music on. He's like, dude, Ethereum, what's that? Now I'm talking to him. He's like, oh, we can put it on Bitcoin. And like, just to the average person, the same ordinals effect all over again. But now let's bring that conversation to music. Like it's really exciting. It's a whole new demographic, a whole new group of people, and a whole new industry that really hasn't been exposed or like really like explored this. So like, we're really hoping that we're going to make it as easy as possible through the platform and through all the code that we've inscribed. You know, naturally it's open source, it's inscribed, but we're going to take it a step further and build an interface. Like you said, dude, you made a good point. Like, does this make sense to musicians? And I'm sure half the things we've said like might not make sense to even the average ordinal person because it's very industry specific, but that's what makes us uniquely, like, it's for musicians by musicians, which is really cool. It's not like software developers trying to be like, hey, here's this, like, hope it works. Like,
it's not a force. It's not, you're not trying to force like these two industries together because you guys have the music background. It's naturally like occurring. And so I agree. I think like if you have a marketplace with this, it's going to be something that could really flow. And then once people really get good at composing and using your tool, you're going to start hearing some very unique to their style stuff that comes out of this. And it's another stream of income for them, right? Like you said, they're trying to survive and get big. It's a very small percentage of people that hit on Spotify, you know, but like so this is something that could be like their asset blows up because it's so crazy. They get more attention, you know, that way. So, I mean, I love it. I love it.
Dude, and then wait. And then the other thing too is you don't necessarily need to be making music NFTs. this protocol fits into recursive games. It fits into any art you want. So now you can have full-length songs that are permanently generating, like will never stop playing until someone closes the browser. That's paired with a piece of art. You know, we also expose the audio context so that you can take a P5 visualization and hook it into the beat block.
Yeah.
And then dude, and then on top of that, games. I mean, imagine being able to play a recursive game where, you know, I thought the Pizza Pet shit was cool. But that song killed me, dude. That shit was the worst. No, as soon as that shit loaded up, I'd be going quick to mute it because it sounds so bad. You could just literally put a high quality 320 kilobit stereo generation that's playing in perpetuity as long as that is open.
Yeah, one of our community members says memetics. He says he's on the whitelist.
What's the whitelist? What's that about?
Oh, bro,
it's a list. It's white.
Is it white? Because you can't see. I don't think you can see it. I mean, what do you?
With BeatBlocks, you can see it.
No, check your. Did you? Let's fucking add you up, G. Live time. Send your taproot. But no, yeah, the whitelist is basically people that we've met along the way. We've been in ordinals for quite some time, and like, you know, we've met like really, really cool people, and you know, we wanted to share that with other communities. They ran some giveaways, but mainly just like it's a small collection of 808, and like you know, I'm not gonna say much, but like we're just gonna keep adding to this stuff, and like we just wanted to get a good core group of people and homies to kind of like rock with the smaller collection, because we're not out here like dropping 10Ks at crazy evaluation. Like some of the prices of the collections these days is crazy. But
0.2 is not good. You don't think 0.2 is good?
I mean, the idea behind this shit is to like make a new medium.
Yeah.
For everybody. Yeah. Like, let's have fun. Let's bring the culture back.
Is there any way we can put a podcast on there? If we did a podcast with someone really big and we wanted to inscribe that into Bitcoin Forever, could we use BeatBlocks for that?
But absolutely. You totally could. Yeah, you totally could. You totally could. Yeah.
Don't tell Hathbanger he can't do anything.
I will put your podcast on chain 100%.
Yeah, no, you could put anything on chain. Like the one thing that why this works is music is repetitive. A podcast is not repetitive, right? It would be a bad. You could put the intro to your song. Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
But okay, I guess.
Remember, Bitcoin Party Boy.
With nipples, I have nipples. You can milk me.
I can milk the Bitcoin Party Boy track, dude. That's like you could have kept listening. That's the full party and bullshit acapella front to back.
Yeah,
you can play.
It would just be
right. It was.
It would just be expensive.
Well, let me ask you, how do you get the flow on there? Like, how do you get Biggie's like entire thing? Wouldn't that file be too big?
It's an acapella. You split it up. Yeah, you break it up, and you with the protocol. With the protocol, you'd be very prescriptive with what's being played at any one time. You don't ever. It doesn't need to generate at all. It generates itself when it plays, but it doesn't need to be random and changed and all that stuff.
Well, I mean,
it can play front to back.
I've heard audio recursion that was chopped up, like I want to say like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, but it didn't sound as smooth as what.
Shout out Jim BTC. Let's take this moment. Like what we're doing, we're not the first people to put music on. Like Skrilla inscribed super early. Jim BTC made a really cool DAW. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But
Tiny Vikings. Those dudes helped us out a bunch. Lars,
they helped us with the offline thing. So shout out to everyone working on music. Violetta, everyone, she's put a song on. But like, if you're a musician and you want to go put a song through what Jim BTC made, you have to write your music in his DAW. It's all online. It's, you know, you can't really express. Musicians want their own tools. I want my own synth. I want my own, you know, I want my own artistic, what I'm used to writing music. And that's why this approach is a bit different, is you can write your music, you can record it, a guitar, Ableton, go record your music the best way, the way you know how, and then come to Bitcoin with your audio files. Instead of writing it in someone's DAW or doing it this way, this is why our approach different. Like is it meets the musicians where they're at, rather than being like, hey, musicians, come conform to us because you want to get your music on Bitcoin. We're saying, hey, no, man, we know the process of writing music. Like it's a to each their own, you know. Some people fucking can bang on some fucking trash cans and somehow it sounds cool, but other people need like a lot of their own tools. And that's why we built this. We built this to scratch our own itch. We're like, you know, what Jim BTC did was dope, but like I couldn't put swing on my drums. I couldn't put the things that I needed. I couldn't express myself the way I wanted my music to sound. So we went about it in a different way. But to Hath's point, he's completely correct. You can put anything on chain. It just comes down to the price and like, you know, but that's why we took these extra steps, is to make it not cost prohibitive and make it available and take these extra weird, maybe they're unneeded, but I believe, you know, artists that want to put it on chain, they shouldn't have to pay $20,000. There was an inscription today for an MP3. They paid $2,300 to get it on chain.
We paid like $2,300 to get all of like 150, 160 stems on chain, and
the whole library, everything.
It's like it's like billions of different versions of these two tracks.
So that's what we're solving for here.
Well, I think you said it perfectly, Bunzy. You want to meet the artists where they are, and that's how you get adoption. And like, but everybody that kind of paved the way before, you gotta give them their respect. All that, I agree with that. But at the end of the day, for people to come over and actually participate with us, we got to meet them and make it easy for them. Because at the end of the day, you didn't get like, you know, freaking people looking at their iPhone all day, you know, with TikTok or whatever. They didn't know how that shit was made. They didn't care. They didn't know how the application was made. All that. They just want to be able to use it and enjoy it. And that's what I think you guys are doing. Am I right?
Yeah. It's still very technical. We're still in Ordinal's niche regardless. So like this is very niche. But like where I want to get to a point and work and continue to make a song that transcends Bitcoin, where people like, you know, listen to it and then they realize and then they follow, because music has a deep history of people like the history of an artist, where they came from, where they wrote it, like, and for it to lead all the way back to Bitcoin and for them to be like, dude, this is like our goal. I would just love this to be the new peer-to-peer Napster, where people go here, especially artists that remix, because that's like some of the dopest shit. You hear it in the clubs all the time. You can't find it on Spotify. YouTube takes it down. But like, let's get these mixes and edits on Bitcoin. No one can take it down. It's just for listeners to enjoy. And it's a cool use case of a decentralized network. That's what Napster was. It was peer-to-peer sharing, and we're bringing this back in a new way. And the generative piece, one last thing I kind of want to like tap on for musicians listening is like, you know, when you're writing a song, like there's a lot of decisions that go into it, and you're like, yo, I recorded this intro. Wait, what about this one? Maybe this one. I don't know. Now they don't have to choose just one. You can write intro 1, intro 2, intro 3, and then the generative piece can give these different variations to your fans. And so now you're just like, dude, my whole idea is out there, and I didn't have to like pick the final version. I just put all my ideas of like the verses, the choruses, all of them, and now it's being generated for each person in a unique way. And that's a cool, intimate thing. If you think about it, from artist to fan, it's like everyone has their own version, and you know, there is a finite amount of them. Like with vinyl and all these things, I still collect vinyl. Like, you know, that's something I love it. And like, I think for people that collect vinyl, this will be the first group that really gets this. They'll be like, yes. And then hopefully it continues to grow and grow. But if you like a musician and you find yourself buying their vinyl and like really enjoying the collectible side of it, and if that's who I think the first round of people that really are going to fuck with this, and then the next round, like, bro, imagine your favorite artist doesn't drop a meme coin. They drop a generative collection around their single, and now that goes parabolic. Like, dude, think about just fucking like meme coin with music attached to it. Like there's a lot of ways that this goes, and we're excited to have everything out in the open, just like Laser Eyes, fully open source. if you have an idea, come build it. If you need our help, hit us up. But we're not going to bottleneck or gatekeep anyone. If you have a better idea, use our libraries, because this is like, we need more people using Bitcoin and ordinals. Like, we need more people. So people with all this competition, this is the only one. Like, this is just our rendition of it. But like, do whatever you like. We just want to encourage more people to come build, specifically artists and musicians, because Bitcoin, the biggest value prop to me is just the data storage right now. Like fungibles and DeFi, all of that will get there. But right now is like provenance and immutable data being stored on Bitcoin, and now bringing music in an effective, efficient way is really exciting. So like, yeah, I mean, it's been fucking a long, we've been tinkering with this for months. So it's just like the Genesis collection is it's dope. Like, we wrote music with Skrilla, like that to me, like I've always admired and like looked up to Skrilla, and like being able to work on this protocol with him, and like it's just a really cool passion project that's turned into something that's like the last decade of our lives, full circle, from music to coding to Bitcoin to this to art to so yeah, for people that have been supporting it, it's been fucking amazing to see. And like, this is literally the first block, the first Genesis beat block, and there's just so much more we can do. And I'm excited because musicians are crazy motherfuckers, dude. They're really creative weirdos, and like, people are gonna do crazier shit than this. You know, it's like, it's gonna get really cool. It's gonna get really interesting.
Yeah, man, it's sound phenomenal what you guys are building. It's really cool. And for someone like me, I'm not someone who creates music. Never thought about it. Probably never will. But like the beatblock playlist is awesome because there is songs on Bitcoin blockchain, but I don't want to go to or.io to play them, right? So that's another thing that you guys are kind of bringing. You guys are bringing this beatblock playlist that I can just grab songs and play them on the go from my phone or wherever, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be sweet too to allow you to make your own playlist, right? So you have your own Explorer, you add your own skin, maybe like a Pikachu skin or like a whatever. And we just start releasing skins. You can make a profile on the website, and then you could literally take your Explorer or your playlist effectively, and you go to a party and you could pull it up and it will play your playlist, and every time it plays, it would be generative, so it would be
that's awesome.
Gotcha. That's so cool.
That's where I like maybe next year at the East Denver house, if you guys have one, just use BeatBlocks. Use BeatBlocks, man. You know what I'm saying? And start like blasting the whole time.
Well, ideally, the protocol, the way that it works, you should theoretically be able to DJ on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So,
and dude, Shizzy, you say you don't make music, but dude, imagine you just have all the fucking tools, all the song, everything in the same key, bro. You're just clicking and making your own remix, dude. Like, once the playground goes out, bro, everyone, it's like, it's not an AI moment. You can use AI to generate stems, but now you can curate and create your own arrangement of a song because you have all the fucking pieces. Like, you can take, like, imagine fucking Playboi Carti releases his album, but does it in a beat block format. Dude, you have his drum loops, you have his vocals, you have this, and you're just like, well, what if I heard it like this? And now you can just click around and rearrange. And because like, music is like, as long as you're in the right key and the right tempo, bro, you can shuffle the shit out of it. And that's where the dopest remix come out of. And that's how this protocol is designed, is to get these things aligned. And once we get time stretching and pitch correction, now it gets crazy, because now you can be like, yo, here's a Michael Jackson vocal on some trap drums. It will time correct it, pitch it, and then you just got this. Now everyone with an idea is not hindered by having to have a DAW, because the music, like, Hath really highlighted this for me, because I didn't know how strong it was, but the browser is insanely good at handling audio. It's fucking like, it's phenomenal. Like, there's all types of effects. There's like reverb, mass, like the browser itself, because that's where all of YouTube uses, like all these playback audio, it's all coming through the browser, and you can do a lot of effects on it. And like, all I'm getting at is like, this could be just the beginning, because there's next steps that could be so exciting, is like, because everything's zeros and ones, right? So imagine in Ableton, you write a synth, it exports the JSON. Now you have this synth inscribed, and then you're just playing it MIDI and recording your songs MIDI, and you're not even dealing with audio files. I don't know if I'll elaborate more on that at a later time, but like, dude, it can get really interesting, and like, this is literally the first version because, like, it gets.
I was just gonna say, like, you can save time, you can save money. It seems like, right, because you're doing all the mastering through this application and stuff like that, and then accessibility. But man, it's been crazy, definitely crazy episode with you guys. Go ahead, Shizzy.
Yeah, I got a few more things real quick. So basically, if Lil Jon came in and did a yeah in one of the songs on a BeatBlocks, that yeah is now forever can be used in Bitcoin, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't think of it like that. So you potentially anyone who creates music on BeatBlocks, you can be chopped and screwed and taken and forever and create different. I love it. So
Yeah.
Okay, I got that part.
And then
the next
one of the main parts here too is that I'm pretty sure every NFT project that's trying to do the music thing is all falling off because their data storage is on a decentralized storage solution like IPFS. And as soon as someone stops paying the IPFS bill, their music NFTs break.
Yeah.
This shit is fucking here forever. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's magical how that works though. Like you'd have to shut down every single node for it to go down.
So one of the things that I like brought this up with Jared one time, doing like a bump.fun, and you get people that bring like, imagine like doing a full Taylor Swift album, doing every one of her songs and seeing how pissed off the whole music industry would be. What are you gonna do? It's on there.
You can't stop Napster on Bitcoin, right? It's just not possible if that was the case. Bitcoin's become a cloud now. Bitcoin has become an AWS rival. It's become the ultimate decentralized platform. It's become bigger than I think what Satoshi ever thought, which is absolutely amazing. But I want to talk about your what you guys have going on April 3rd here, which is tomorrow, which is what's a Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Could you guys talk about this a little bit? BeatBlocks Genesis dropping April 3rd on Magic Eden, supply 808, whitelist is 0.0012, the public is 0.0015. The first collection utilizing BeatBlocks protocol built for musicians to release fully on-chain music directly on Bitcoin.
Yeah, so this is basically through why we got so nerdy and all these edge cases is we've written, we use the protocol. Like we didn't just build it for other people. We went through the whole iteration and we wrote music, me, myself, Skrilla, and shout out Shower Shoes. He doesn't have a Twitter. He's more behind the scenes. He's written music for like Benny the Butcher. And he's, more tied into the IRL music scene. And it's basically our music. It's artistic expression of us using the protocol. And what we also hope it does is it acts as a template for people to see how we used it, because it's going to be on chain, so people can reverse engineer it. We can put it in our docs to be like, hey, if you want to achieve this, this is how it's done. And this is the Genesis collection of what it looks like to write music, put it on chain, and to release it with the BeatBlocks protocol. So this is hype. I mean, if you like Skrilla's music, and there's also some really cool mimetic like scratches for like the pups. There's a lot of Easter eggs in it, and it's just that it's an art project, but you better believe that there's going to be some cool stuff. But
it's an art project, but dude, this is a protocol. I mean, we made a new medium for everyone.
Love it. If you guys make that hat, I will buy that in like 2 seconds. I don't care. Fire, bro.
That's a dope logo. I mean, it's simple, but it's just dope because it's Bitcoin, obviously, and then the 8.
That's young J Rock right there dropping.
Yeah,
I remember when you pulled that out. I was like, sure.
Yeah, we were just like, we were like, oh, we need some. It was like just like anything, like stuff that's made quickly is usually just not like, there wasn't much thought. We've just been like, that's what's cool about this. I've worked on projects that get so stressful, and so you're like, what is this about? This is just like, I fucking love it. Like, I just love music, and like, like everything has just come together really naturally, and like yeah, that logo was made in like fucking 2 minutes, like a minute, dude. It was
sometimes
just
that's
like,
the best work.
yeah,
It's like not thinking too much about it.
exactly. That's what I was getting at. But yeah, bro, I got you. That's actually a cool idea. I would, yeah, Vegas, bro. Let's get those lids. That would be and no, for Shizzy, yeah.
Dude,
Like,
I'll rock one on the show every day. If you give me the hat, bro, I'll rock it every day.
Bro, no. And shout out you guys. You guys like fucking pull up every day, ask the good questions. I always check you guys out because a lot of people just like these spaces, and I mean, even this, if we're being real with ourselves, it's a little bit of a circle jerk, and it's like, oh, that's amazing, amazing, amazing. No, but you guys ask some tough questions. I'm like, yeah, that was sick. So shout out you guys for like keeping it real and like doing you know, the good work.
How do you do that, Shizzy? I've been like
it's not easy.
And I see you always go over, you're like, just a few, 1 second. Comes after the heavy hitter, and it's just like, what is he looking at over there?
Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate you guys though, man. Thank you guys so much. What you guys are doing for the space too, man. I mean, open source and everything. I mean,
yeah, you didn't have to do that.
We're building a business here, and I'm not open source shit. Like I'm trying to get rich, guys. I'm sorry. I love people that watch, and we'll definitely want to give back as much as we possibly can. But what you guys are doing is just, I mean, it's definitely the work of people who actually love Bitcoin and love everything that comes with music and stuff. It's really awesome to see.
No, I appreciate you highlighting that, and that's what interests us from the beginning. And don't get it; it's not easy, but it's, you know, we feel like it's the right thing to do, and it's like and it's better that way. Like, I don't know, it just feels like we're definitely not the only ones. There's a lot of other really great open source developers, but you know, we want the space to grow, and you know, it takes, you know, some projects like that to do it, and yeah. So I appreciate you shouting that out though.
Amen. Definitely. Well, it's been absolutely amazing, guys. I love to give you guys one last time to kind of talk to the audience. Any last minute fire?
Yeah, I mean, if you're listening to this and it's live, feel free to hit us up. We'll whitelist you if you guys support the show. I mean, the OnChain Revolution, like this show has some really dope people. So if you tune into this, either DM me or anyone that's on the screen right now, and let us know that you tuned in, and yeah, fucking, and yeah, if check out the docs, read the site if you like it, if you hate it, if you want us to change something, if you think it's fucking,
go to the very bottom, dive in,
dive into the docs, yeah, give it a shot, like read it. I mean, FUD us, I don't know, do whatever.
But please,
yeah, like we want to make this as best as it can be, and as you know, because we, like, dude, imagine we get, you know, I know this. I'm not a big fan of Kanye, but it's like seems like the only musician people in Web3 know. But dude, there's a world where like, dude, Kanye does release his music on Bitcoin, like. That is a big deal.
I want
like
Grammatic, bro. Medium Grammatic would tear it apart, bro. Grammatic, if you're listening, hit me up. I hit you up sometimes on Twitter by liking your posts, but I'm about to DM you.
Yeah. No, but appreciate you guys, and yeah. Shout out Hathbanger's wife.
Shout out Hathbanger's wife.
Oh, okay. I was
she's
like, what?
Pregnant right now.
She's not going on. No,
yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. Amazing.
And it's Hath's birthday tomorrow.
Yo.
Oh, happy birthday, bro.
Yeah.
So guys, you heard that. You want to give back to these guys, go mint one of these things, man. Go get April 3rd. You guys have a time?
11 a.m. Eastern is the whitelist, and then like 2 hours after that it goes public. I'm pretty sure what the Magic Eden guys said. But dude, April 3rd. 11, yeah, some shit like that. And yeah, I'm excited for people to hear the quality of it, and you know, help out other artists. So if you're a musician, want to get your music on chain, surprisingly, a lot of people, like a lot more producers in Web3, like a lot of developers are strangely producers. It goes two ways. Like when I started getting into software, it's like a lot of people it's like the combination of language and math, which music is, and what coding is. So like there's this really interesting crossover. But hit us up, and if we don't get it back right away, like it's kind of just been a little bit crazy with, but we want to help people get music on chain, because like this is a cool moment. It's the bear, like, but we're not going to stop just because people think that sentiment's down. It's like, dude, get your music on chain now while the mempool's low. Like
Bear's great for that. Hey,
yeah, it's amazing, bro. Like if you like have an album, if you have work that you think that should exist beyond your lineage, I don't know, fucking forever, like 1-2 sats per V-byte right now is amazing time to start inscribing your shit. So
the mempool is
100%.
picking up right now.
100%.
I have a script I'm waiting on right now, and I just got thrown into the third block.
I hate when that happens.
I'm about to get thrown in the fourth block, dude. God damn it.
To your point, Bunzy, like, market sentiment shouldn't matter, in my opinion. Obviously, the mempool and how much it costs, but I'm talking about overall for something like this, because this is like just moving society forward type of situation, you know, like new way of doing shit, new way of creating stuff. But man, what an amazing episode. We appreciate both of you guys. Hopefully we see you guys in Vegas. I know
no doubt. Oh, yeah, bro, we're cooking some shit. Yeah, we'll be, I think we'll be, we'll disclose it at a later time, but we got
sounds good.
Skrilla's cooking with the Bitcoin Magazine team on some shit, and then we're cooking with Trio. We're gonna be doing some DJing and some stuff at what's his name? Fucking Mike Tyson's mansion.
What?
Yeah, so bro,
does he still have that tiger? Maybe
we're about to find out, dude. We're about to go full fucking hangover and just really see what's up. But yeah, so yeah, and then but yeah, Shizzy, actually, I think you're onto something. I think we got to get those hats. So yeah, I'll definitely be lacing you. We'll bring them to Vegas. Are you guys gonna be there?
Yeah,
we'll see.
What do you mean? Yeah, that's not what the fuck.
I'll be there because my close friend lives there anyways. But like, I'm gonna be there, like, you know, doing our thing. Shizzy might. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania. That's a long
dude.
ride
Flights
for me,
to Vegas. I swear they like pay you to go to Vegas. They're just like, come on.
These days.
All right, geez. Well, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you guys jumping on with us, and we'll definitely talk soon. And it's definitely a blast.
I'm actually gonna chop this up and I'll send it to you guys. I'll tag you in it. It'll be its own video.
Amazing.
So well, yeah, we'll send it to you guys. You guys can put it out on your channel as well. Whatever you guys want to do. And then yeah, we'll definitely put it out as its own video on all of our platforms.
Fuck yeah. Much love, fellas.
All right, fellas. We'll talk soon.
Peace.
Bye, boys.
See you, bud. Absolutely amazing as always, man. That was fun. I love these type of interviews where it's just like, it's just fun. It feels like you're hanging out with your boys. It's really chill. I hope you guys all like that, because I definitely would love to do more content like that. But thank you all, 211 you guys, for watching, man. Appreciate it.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it definitely was fun. Like Hath coming in with that energy, and then Bunzy, we know how he is, you know, definitely passionate about it all. But we appreciate all of you guys, you know, 211 of y'all watching us, and then the extras on Rumble and Abstract as well. Without you guys, we couldn't do this. And also without our partners, we couldn't do it. So if you could check our partners out, we greatly appreciate it. Emblem Vault is the interoperability tool for Bitcoin ordinals. You're going to be able to jump your ordinals from Bitcoin to Merlin Bitcoin Layer 2 to Abstract to Base to Arbitrum and eventually Solana too. And wherever chains are wanting ordinals, which I think eventually a lot of them will. But you're also going to be able to utilize their Agent Hustle, their AI tool, to help you do that. It's going to be really cool. And then don't forget, they have a Rune TGE coming up in September. You can participate in that kind of in a pre-sale environment on OpenSea. If you search Emblem Vault founder keys, you can actually purchase them as ERC 721s. And then once the TGE comes, you can get your runes into your Bitcoin wallet during that day in September. You can learn about all this at emblem.vision. And BetBTC is the predictions marketplace of the Bitcoin ecosystem. All you need is a Bitcoin wallet, some Bitcoin, and 6 Bitcoin blocks, and you can start placing your bets right away. They have their hyper blitz markets that are 10 minutes. that gives you 10 minutes to choose if you want Bitcoin, BNB, or Solana to go up or down, and then wait 10 minutes to see if you won or lost, and you get paid out immediately if you won. So super fun there, and they have a lot of features coming up very soon, guys. So stay tuned. You can learn more about all this at btc.win. And Artura Finance, we talked about them earlier with the guys from the team, and they are going to be launching on Hemi Bitcoin Layer 2 testnet, which is backed by Binance. And it's going to be exciting once they go to their mainnet, because you're going to be able to trade Bitcoin synthetic tokens like Ordi, Sats, Doggo to the Moon, as well as popular tokens outside of the ecosystem like XRP and Tau. But stay tuned this week, as we're going to be doing a pre-recorded session with some experienced traders, have some fun, get really degenerate, and force ourselves to take 150x longs against each other. And you could learn a lot from that, because we're going to try to ask some questions of why they did this and that. But you can learn about Artura at artura.finance. And Fluid Tokens, the first to offer retail staking vaults on Bitcoin Layer 1. Really big moment once they were offering that to you guys. But shout out to the Pep Odins and Sparks team for actually migrating their Odin runes back to Bitcoin Layer 1. And so their communities were able to stake. I believe the Pep Odins is still open for a couple more days, so you can get in there if you hold Pep Odins. But if you are a creator of maybe Ordinal Project or Runes collection, and you have an established community, then head over to their Discord and ask them how to get set up a staking vault for your community. They'll set you up. And if you have any questions, go over to their Discord, because they answer your questions right away. But you can learn more about Fluid Tokens at fluidtokens.com. And Merlin Chain is the #1 scaling solution for Bitcoin native L1 assets and protocols. If you are a builder on Bitcoin Layer 1 and you would like your protocol to be a bit more seamless and quick and efficient, you can actually build on Merlin Chain. They're going to have a lot of new teams coming. We know a couple really exciting stuff coming to Merlin Chain, guys. Also, if you're a retail user and you want to swap for Doggo to the Moon, you can do so at merlinswap.org, as they have a strong liquidity pool there. And don't forget, if you want to participate in helping secure the chain, you can stake your Merlin tokens to earn 15% APR, which is a really good rate in my opinion. And then they're going to be adding Bitcoin as well to secure the chain. And we'll let you know once that information comes out in terms of details for that. And lastly, don't forget about our integrated partners and Foxy AI building the metaverse on Bitcoin called the Bitverse, and their first-person shooter game called Cypher Striker, which everybody can play. We'll let you know the next time we live stream it. It's not going to be today, though, but we'll give you a heads up. And all you need is a Bitcoin wallet or one of their acceptable wallets. I think they accept Phantom and MetaMask as well. And you can participate. It's really fun, and we do it typically on Tuesday afternoons. And Ordinal Hive is the Ordinal aggregator marketplace for Bitcoin Layer 1 and Layer 2s. The cheapest ordinals around will be on Ordinal Hive. And don't forget, they also have trader tools like live mempool insights. And they have a lot of features that are coming, but I'll hold off on those until they officially announce them. But we get to meet with those guys frequently, and there's big stuff coming. We thank you guys so much for checking out our partners.
Yep. Great job, man. As always, want to hit up my boy Kai Effect real quickly with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Kai Effect, man. You're absolutely legendary. Appreciate you. And then Mo Chain is in the chat as well. He said, in sum up, ICP Tech spinning in the back. Yeah, maybe. But thank you guys. Really appreciate it. If you guys wouldn't mind checking out OnChainRevolution.io. It's one of the best articles dating all the way back to 2023. If you guys know someone just entering the space, please send them our website. We really feel you can help them get started and club up to where we are today. If you guys need a VPN, we have the #1 VPN, guys. It is Nord. It's in my opinion, of course, but I've been using Nord now for a long time. I definitely play with other ones. There is free ones out there, but if you're okay with paying $3 a month like I am, I locked it in for the whole year. Don't worry about it no more. But I have my security and my privacy, and I think everyone should have that. And get Nord and get it through our link here. That'll definitely help the show as well. And if you're going to Bitcoin 2025, to go hang out with Bunzy and those guys, right? He's going to be DJing probably. It's probably going to be nuts. But guys, do not wait until May to get your tickets. Get them as soon as possible. Use our link here. It definitely helps the show, and it definitely helps you not to pay triple the amount in May. So get them as soon as possible. If you guys need merch for that event or any event, we have all the merch here. All you got to do is click our store tab. That'll take you to the our store there, all done through a third party. We don't get your name, your address, none of that stuff. It's all done through the third party. But definitely check out anything. And if you want anything added to our store, just let us know. If you want a a shirt or a hat with your logo on or whatever, just let us know. We can pretty much add anything to the store here, and we can do that for you guys. We much appreciate checking out OnChain Revolution.io. And if you guys want to tune in every single day, we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week, guys. Until tomorrow.
Peace.
OnChain Revolution. Market recap. You're not bullshit, no. You're not bullshit, no. Look at the price go. Bitcoin control. Why you still call? Price action, don't fall for bear tracks. Dropping indexes and putting it up in the sacks. I can take profit right now. OnChain is where I be now. You can never look back. I don't want you to know. How did the market react? Fear and greed, gotta adapt. Now we are punching the tokens and changing the network right now. You know how crazy we are. Nookies are savages. You know how crazy we are. Chain of strike, main of track. OnChain Revolution.